What's up, spectators? Welcome back to another episode of Ace Attorney 6. Last time, Bonnie was going to reveal to us a secret that she's been holding on to for 2 videos, but Betty wouldn't let her, and that's where we left off. I wonder if what was shown on TV is really the same as what happened on stage.
Objection!
Of course it is. The show's only been performed once, after all. It can't show anything other than what happened on stage yesterday.
Objection!
But Bonnie's testimony deserves our attention. We have to examine the show footage. That was obviously recorded earlier. But they're too stupid to know that. But what can we check it against? Do you have some other footage of the show? I have some such footage. You do. One of the TV station's cameramen said he was a fan of mine. He kept his camera on me throughout the entire show. That's... And then afterwards, he gave me the footage he shot as a present. He did. To tell you the truth, I thought it was kind of creepy, so I was going to get rid of it.
Hold it!
Please submit that footage to the court. Now then, let's take a look at this new footage. Okay. Okay, then. He really did keep his camera on Bonnie the whole time, didn't he? I think this cameraman needs to keep his personal feelings out of his work. Well, defense, do you still believe this new show footage is worth inspecting? Of course I do. So how are we gonna go about this? Let's try comparing the two. We just might find an inconsistency between them. The two pieces of footage are of the same scene, so they should match up. But Bonnie felt there was something off about the original footage. So if we can pick out what's different between the two, we'll know what Bonnie found strange. Plus, we may figure out why the original doesn't show the sword switching trick. Your Honor, the defense would like to compare these two pieces of show footage. Very well, I will allow it. Let's adjourn to my chambers and we could Photoshop. Do you know how to compare the two pieces of footage? No, I've never done it before. I'll give you a little lesson then. Use the buttons on the bottom screen to operate the playback. When you want to speed through, touch the fast forward button A. And if you want to go back, touch the rewind button. If you want to help that playback, you can touch the pause button. Okay, shut up, shut up, shut up. And by the way, if you fast forward or rewind when the playback is paused, you could do a slow frame-by-frame playback. And so how do I switch between the two videos? Just touch the switch camera button at the top left. Now if you find a difference between the two pieces of footage, put the cursor over what's different. And present. Thanks. You really know your stuff. I just gave it some gusto and went with my gut on most of it. I sure hope she guessed right. Anyway, let's give it a try. Alright. Boo, boo, bee, boo. Hold on. Boo, boo, bee, boo, doo, boo, 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 doo, boo, 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 boo. I mean, for one thing, the cards is different, but hold on, we're not there yet. Waiting for the cards. Here it comes. Here it comes. Any second. Ah. Yeah, I don't... Okay, hold on. Pause. Fast forward. Fast forward. A couple more frames. Almost. Faster! Oh, wait, I went too far. Oh, shit. Oh, there's gotta be a better way. Oh, my God. Oh, oh! Pause!
Take that!
This is it right here. Take a good look at the scene and compare it to the video shot from the front. The playing cards don't appear in the video shot from the front. You're right. What's going on here? Miss Wright, what can you tell us about these playing cards? Those? They're the cards I throw when I do the sword switching trick. Mr. Justice, does this mean... Yes, it means it blows this case wide open. It was cut from the TV show footage. So the footage was edited. With malicious intent. That is absurd. We must get to the bottom of this right away. Bailiff, the TV station might still have the unedited footage. Go see what you can find out. Yes, Your Honor. You can't just tell the bailiff to go and get you a thing at a place, and then go to a 7-Eleven, and then bring you back some snacks. That's not his job. It's you. It's me. Now hold up, Your Honor. This is all just a big misunderstanding, believe you me. Give a guy a chance to defend himself before you start pointing fingers. And who might you be? Sorry about that. Got ahead of myself there. Here's my business card. Charmed to make your acquaintance, your hooner. Oh, well, how very polite of you to call me a hooner. It's lovely to meet you too, Prosecutor Sadmani. Please take my care. A business card? Ah, yes. I read about this custom among businessmen in this country. I have even familiarized myself with various replies. How do you do, good sir? Or, what's crack-a-lackin' homie, for example. You're from Take-Two TV, are you, witness? Come to think of it, I believe I've seen you on television before. As a magician, perhaps? Yes, Raja Retinz, otherwise known as the Ratings Raja. He is a TV producer and appears on many of his own shows as of late. He is best known for his catchphrase, hang loose, baby. Baby. So you're the Ratings Raja. Hang loose, judgy baby. Nice courtroom you got here. I never thought I'd get to meet you in person. But Prosecutor Sadmani, how do you know so much about him? In preparation for the case, I watched all of his shows. I found the Ratings Raja Goes to Burger Barn of particular interest. It inspired me to visit that restaurant straight away to learn more about the local cuisine. You went to Burger Barn? Who would have thought? You must have really wanted to try it, huh, buddy? Because that line, woo! Compared to my skeptic training, an hour's wait is nothing. I recommend the Southwestern burger with jalapeno jack cheese, by the way. I'm glad we're all just wasting time. I'm having a really hard time picturing him in line for burgers. Well, yeah, because he's probably in line eating ramen, so. Sadmani's unexpected enthusiasm for food aside. Mr. Retinz, what is this misunderstanding you mentioned? Well, for starters, it's true that the footage was edited. You'll get your hands on this anyway. Might as well show you the unedited footage. It's a pretty long video, so I'll just show you the part with the playing cards. You can see the cards when Trucy spins around, so keep your eyes peeled. Seems legit to me. Where did they come from? Where did they go? Did you see the part that was cut where Trucy switched the swords? She spins around and the playing cards go flying. Everything's like it's supposed to be. Then it seems the defendant really did swap swords during the trick. Which means the sword Miss Wright thrust into the coffin was the rubber one. In other words, Miss Wright couldn't have killed Mr. Rias. Yeah, see, that's the first misunderstanding right there. What do you mean? Well, Trucy definitely did swap swords, as you saw. So yeah, maybe she didn't kill Mr. Rias when she stabbed the coffin. But that just means he was killed after he showed up pretending to be a corpse. So you're saying that up until that point, everything was going according to the script. If that's true, then when and how exactly do you think he was killed? It was after the dragon set piece came crashing down. I say Trucy murdered Mr. Rias when she was hidden from view behind the set piece. She could have easily done it behind that huge dragon and nobody would have been the wiser. I see. Indeed, there is a ring of truth to your assertion. You bet! Plus, there's a suspicious-looking shadow in the footage, too. It's toward the end of the footage, just before the dragon hits the stage. It might be easier just to see for yourselves. It's only for a split second, so it's hard to catch, but look here. This suspicious shadow must be Trucy. She's using the steel sword she hid behind the curtain during the trick to kill the victim. Now that you mention it, I suppose it does look that way.
Objection!
That's the most concrete evidence I've ever seen. Kill her immediately. This witness is just trying to ram his theory down our throats, Your Honor. And that's not all, aren't we forgetting? That the witness willfully edited the sword switch out of the footage. You see, there's your second misunderstanding right there. Would you mind if I testified about it? I've seen people testify on TV and I've always wanted to give it a shot. That would be fine with me, Sadmati. This is quite unexpected. It threatens to disrupt the karmic course of this case. Lighten up, pretty boy. You're gonna like what I got to say. Very well. However, if you do anything to impede the last rites for the victim, I will have you removed. With Prosecutor Sadmati's permission. Please give us your testimony, Mr. Retinz. Raja Retinz, the raiding Raja, now Kaiser the courtroom. I'm taking over the floor, so listen up, loyal viewers. Ah, shut up! You suck! This testimony's gonna blow. Footage- oh my god, we're just now getting music? It's been 15 minutes. Footage is meant to be edited, I tell you. Scenes are spliced together and long or boring scenes are cut out. All the stations edit footage this way. It wasn't like it was done maliciously or something. It was just a coincidence that particular scene was cut. It wasn't intentional. Or what? You got some proof that I had an ulterior motive for editing that footage? I see, so you're saying it was a coincidence that the sword swapping scene was cut. Yes, the actual trick itself was so boring it was cut. Fuck you. Glad you got the picture.
Objection!
That's just a little too convenient if you ask me. An objection, how cool. It sure packs a lot more punch when you hear it live. Do that again. I want to get another shot from a different angle. My objection is not your entertainment. There, I got some good stuff there. Mr. Retinz, filming is prohibited inside the courthouse. My bad, Judge. And if the defense has an issue, we can point it out during its cross-examination. Alright, hold on. There's one statement I want to directly press. Almost there.
Hold it!
What other scenes did you cut from the footage? Oh, no others, I guess. You mean you only edited out the sword switching trick scene and nothing else? Don't you think it's too much of a stretch to claim that as mere coincidence?
Objection!
No matter how artificial you find the affair, stranger things have happened on their own. That is unless you have something with which to prove otherwise, defense. If you have a valid criticism of Mr. Retin's testimony, feel free to counter with evidence. Well, it would sure make things easier if we had some. I think the defense team needs to be edited out of this trial, that's what they need. I'll have to clean up this footage later. Trying to prove malicious intent is tough. All he has to do is say it was all a coincidence. We'll need to find some kind of foothold if we want to make any progress. True, but this guy doesn't seem like the type to slip up. So we'll just have to get the information out of him bit by bit. Alright, so I will have to press like everything.
Hold it!
I've never heard anybody say that. It's common knowledge in the TV world. You got any idea what a snooze cruise it'd be to watch a magic show without editing? A magic show like that one, anyway. Anyway, editing is what makes TV worth watching. Scenes are spliced together and long or boring scenes are cut out.
Hold it!
Are you saying you thought there were boring scenes in Miss Wright's magic show? You gotta ask? That script and presentation deserve a place on the cutting room floor. Broadcasting that mess as is would have been a complete disaster. That's why I had to edit the footage. It's just what a TV man does. What didn't you like about the show exactly? The whole thing. It was a major snooze fest. Maybe common folk like you don't get it. But a show's only as good as how loud, flashy, and trashy it is. It was plenty loud and flashy on its own. All you did was add the trash. I suppose each industry has its own way of doing things. Just as we in the legal profession focus exclusively on evidence and testimony. Exactly. Whether it's showbiz or the legal biz, we do what we gotta do to get the job done. Anyway, editing footage is just a matter of course in the TV industry. All the stations edit footage this way. It wasn't like it was done maliciously.
Hold it!
It wasn't done maliciously, huh? But I get the distinct impression that you bear feelings of ill will toward Troop Gramarye. What makes you think that? The things that you yourself have said. You'll see. I'll dig up the dirt and expose the dark heart behind that sweet smile. I'll prove those Gramarye magicians are all a bunch of lowlives. How could you misconstrue that for hating the Gramaryes? Stupid Apollo. And I also get the impression that you've felt this way for a long time.
Objection!
Words such as those can be interpreted in many different ways. For example, though I bear the defense no ill will, I would not hesitate to say that he is a good-for-nothing lout of a lawyer. You bear me no ill will? Could have fooled me. And yet it is the truth! I am only strict on you as it seems you have strayed from the path. If you have any objections, Mr. Justice, please make your case with evidence in the future. Mr. Retinz, please continue your testimony. It was just a coincidence that particular scene was cut.
Hold it!
Of all the scenes you could have cut, why the sword switching trick? That seems like too much of a coincidence to me. So now you're gonna tell me how I'm supposed to edit my programs, Big Shot. It's hard being the boss, kid. You gotta make the tough choices, like which content gets cut. Then let me ask you this. Why exactly did you make such a tough choice in this case? You wouldn't understand, champ. It's all about artistic vision. I tell you, people tell you how to do your job when they don't know the first thing about it. I may not know TV, but I know evidence law. And boy, do I have some for you, champ. Evidence law. Sounds like the most boring specialization. I might not be able to show that your selective editing was intentional. However, I know you bear the defendant ill will, and this is the evidence that proves it. Hey, when they do that, put me on the spot. Traces of blood, fingerprinting results. The contract. Oh, the liability contract. That would make sense. Move the stage lifts. Oh my god, we have so... Hold on. Clipboard? Maybe. Oh! Okay, that's actually very obvious. It's the prank plan script.
Take that!
Are you shitting me right now? That thing? What could that prank that I was going to pull on her prove anything? Alright, shut up. Shut up. I was right, but I'll let you say I'm wrong. That's fine. You know. Alright. I am a bit of a bad boy, yes. If I could be a bad boy myself. But bad lawyers get penalties for presenting good evidence. Yeah, that was my good. I didn't mean anything by it. It was just a coincidence I edited out that scene. Let's see. Alright, let's press it, and then speed along. Yes. Alright, here we go. First, let me double check what this is. Wait, what is this again? Oh, okay. I'm looking for the contract.
Take that!
Ah, okay, that's not right either. Sure. Oh, I got it right? What's that you got there? This is the contract you had Miss Wright sign just before the magic show. This is the weakest piece of evidence out of the three, in my opinion. This contract between the first party, Take-Two TV, and the second party, Miss Wright, reads: if through the fault of the second party, the show must be cancelled in part or in full. Are you shitting me right now? I literally presented this. What? Okay. Alright. Okay. $3 million. That's a completely unreasonable sum. I couldn't agree more. And of course Miss Wright doesn't have that kind of money. Nevertheless, Roger Retinz had her sign this unreasonable contract anyway. Or more accurately, he conned her into signing it. Conned her? How did he do that? There's a trick to the clipboard that was used by Miss Wright to sign her contract. It houses carbon paper that can secretly copy her signature onto other documents. Oh, come on now, that's quite a nasty accusation you're slinging my way. For starters, you don't have any proof that I had anything to do with that carbon paper stuff. Just because Trucy and her agency can't pay up, that doesn't mean I conned her. But $3 million? That's totally out of reach for the average person. In any case, this is important new information. Please add it to your testimony. Where's your proof linking me to that tricked out clipboard? You don't have any, do you?
Hold it!
This clipboard is yours though, isn't it, Mr. Retinz? Well, it belongs to the TV station anyway, that much I know. Maybe it was an old prop from one of our TV shows that got used by mistake. Or maybe you used it on purpose. To con Miss Wright.
Objection.
Mr. Retinz has already stated that he did not. Mr. Justice, please do not use this trial to try and to get out of paying your agency's debt. That's not what I'm doing. Proof Mr. Retinz is connected to the carbon paper, huh? If Trucy's signature was copied onto the fake contract, then there must be an original contract that Trucy actually did sign. True, but I bet Retinz is too savvy to leave something like that behind as evidence. But what if her signature was copied onto more than just the fake contract? Like a third document with Trucy's signature on it. Alright, yes, I got it. Yes, we have it in evidence. It's the last piece of evidence we got. What are you guys whispering about? Let me continue my testimony. Ba-bum, ba-bum, bum, ba. Right here. Go here and present.
Objection!
You must be quite the con man if you can fool a magician with a simple trick. But if you think you can con a lawyer, you're very much mistaken. Would it kill you to enunciate in front of the camera? You know, like a newscaster. I'd like you to take a look at Miss Wright's signature here on this note. Now let's compare that signature to the one here on this contract. Well, would you look at that? They're exactly the same. Almost like it's impossible for a person to have the same signature. Okay. That's right, Your Honor. Not just similar, but exactly the same. Nobody can sign their... Okay, I guess that's true. In exactly the same way twice. Well, I don't know about that. I've seen some pretty close ones. Unless it's a copy. These signatures are proof positive that you conned Miss Wright. And they definitely prove your malicious intent. Not bad, lawyer guy. Didn't know you had it in you. This is really getting interesting now. It'll get great ratings for sure. Don't try to dodge the issue, Mr. Retinz. The fact is that you bear ill will against my client. So the show footage was definitely edited with malicious intentions, isn't that right?
Objection!
What a forced argument, defense. All you have really proven is not his ill will toward Miss Wright, but his pecuniary greed? Pecuniary. That's right. I just wanted money, baby. Fat stacks of cheddar, that's all. After all, I'd never even crossed paths with Trucy before this magic show. So I'd have absolutely no reason to bear her any ill will, right? Didn't bear her any ill will, huh? Fat chance. This guy definitely has some major hate for Trucy. You'll see. I'll dig up the dirt and expose the dark heart behind that sweet smile. Yes, we just read this. Alright. I can't prove it with anything, but the things he said all point to that fact. There must be something between the two of them that gave birth to this grudge. Some sort of connection that not even Trucy is aware of. Your Honor, I'd like to argue that Roger Retinz and Trucy Wright must have crossed paths before. There must be some hidden connection between them. What is it now? Just what are you getting at, Mr. Justice? It is futile to even ask, Your Honor. Surely it is just another one of the defense's feckless claims.
Objection!
You don't seem to have a very high opinion of me, but once you hear my argument... You'll wish you'd taken me a whole lot more seriously. Will I? Very well then, do proceed. Did you figure something out? Nope, not a thing. That was just some good old-fashioned bluffing, courtesy of Mr. Wright's fine training. I hope you know what you're doing. If you're going to make such a bold claim, Mr. Justice, I hope you're ready to elaborate. What is this hidden connection between the defendant and Roger Retinz? They're dating! They're lovers in the night! That sleight of hand trick Mr. Retinz did during the recess earlier. Film it, what are you talking about? What if? What if he's like a magician? And like, he could use magic? I believe it's up to the defense to fill in the blanks, not me. If he is, he may have had some contact with Miss Wright somewhere along the way.
Objection.
Your argument is hardly worth responding to. But by all means, please do continue. As a passage in the sacred scriptures of Kurainism states, he who gives a sermon to a monkey is himself a monkey. It's nonsense. It doesn't matter what you say to a dimwit, he isn't gonna get it anyway. But we saw Mr. Retinz perform a magic trick. He made his video camera disappear in the blink of an eye. While I think it would be pretty funny if I were a magician, you must have been seeing things. Want me to introduce you to a good eye doctor? If a connection as tenuous as that is all it takes, then every magician in the country could potentially bear ill will toward the accused. That's very true. Bring them all in. Round them up. I guess you're right. You're not the sharpest knife in the drawer, are you? Short stuff. You would do well to cleanse that putrid mind of yours in the holy waters of Mount Pony Pony. Yes. Everyone should visit Mount Pony Pony. 3 days under a frigid waterfall, and even you should rise to the level of a monkey. A numbskull for a numbskull. Well, this numbskull has thick skin, so there. I think I get what they're driving at. Even if he is a magician, it's not exactly a reason to bear a grudge against Trucy, is it? Hold on, I can think of one person, one magician who has a reason to bear a grudge against Trucy. Or rather, one magician who has a reason to bear a grudge against Turnabout. Is something wrong, Mr. Justice? Your Honor, the defense wishes to submit evidence at this time. And what sort of evidence do you have for us? Evidence that points to the real killer, the one who had a motive to commit this crime. And what have you come up with this time? Trucy Wright is the... Okay, you know what? I'm gonna save all this for tomorrow's video, because we already know what we have to present. We already know what we're gonna have to do. So stay tuned tomorrow for the next episode, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.